proud sponsor of Rockwall County Game Day. Shop the Rock and score game-changing savings on our all-American lineup of new Fords. Shop our entire inventory online at rockwallford.com or build your truck your way at preordermyf150.com.
But 100% like in our corner.
Very thorough. They cover everything. They're there for you every step of the way.
It was just great. I felt really taken care of.
Hardworking, trustworthy, and very, very effective.
And hello, we're back, everyone. Rockwall County Game Day is live at the Bulldog Stadium in Royse City. The Bulldogs leave at halftime 27-21 over the Colony. And, we got a lot to talk about what went on in that first half. But myself, Jason, Don, and we are joined by a special guest, Mr. Sam Mitchum, who was a graduate from here last year, if you didn't know, but I'm sure you do know. And also the Jackson Smith and Jigba Award winner, big-time guest for our first game of the year. Sam, how are you? And thanks for coming by.
Oh, yeah. You're very welcome. I'm really good. Going to college is different, but, with football, it's a love and hate relationship.
Yeah, we got a little sound issue. Maybe try to grab that other headset that's down there. Yeah. But can you hear now?
It's going in and out.
Okay, all right. We're going to try a different one for Don down there. Sam, you come out here to see the Bulldogs. I'd like to get to your take really quick as the Royse City Bulldogs, they run into halftime. You see the score up there leading 27-21. Just kind of your thoughts on some of the game you saw there.
I didn't see a whole lot of it. I only saw, most of the second quarter, but I really think, right now they're not doing terrible. They could be a little bit more physical. Leaders got to lead. That's what I'm seeing. Leaders got to lead.
Yeah, and we talked about the defense pregame show. There's some youth on that side of the ball, and so they've got to clean up the mistakes. The penalties really for on both sides, but the Bulldogs 8 penalties, 79 yards in that first half, and that's really why the Cougars are kind of in this. That first drive in the first half, they kind of had them stopped, and then the penalties just kind of kept racking up. They get 3 points out of it, and then you've seen it kind of the rest of the night. Some penalties have just kept.
And that was a problem last week against Grand Prairie. Is that it's not the physical penalties, it's the stupid penalties after the play. That's what's costing them. Is that you eliminate those penalties and put yourself in a position where you can capitalize on it.
Yeah.
But you make a great stop and then you have a penalty that shouldn't be. Now you're getting 15 yards and automatic first down.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have outgained the Colony 301 yards to 167 yards. Royse City 236 yards rushing. The Colony 118 yards rushing. Not much in the passing game between two. Royse City 65 yards. The Colony 49 yards. That's what kind of we expected, right? The Colony likes to run the ball. Royse City's got the big offensive line. They got players. Don, your thoughts kind of on that first half?
Man, their D-line's bigger than I remember last year, so I guess they brought some more guys in. Number 11's wreaking havoc on them, so the O-line's got some work to do. They're doing okay. Obviously, we're getting some rushing yards against them. I don't think Oliver has a lot of time to pass right now. They got to figure out that pass rush when they do get him back there because they're getting on top of him. If you paid attention, they were in his face when he did throw.
Sam, I'm interested to know, when you're in a game like this and there's some work to clean up with the penalties and stuff like that. What's the message from the coach? Number one, the coaches, and then number two, as players, what are you saying to yourselves as a unit, just to kind of come out prepared for the second half?
So as coaches, I think they're going to go in there and say we got to execute. I think that's going to be their number one thing. Is we can go out there and make these plays and stuff, but if we don't execute those plays, it doesn't matter. That involves penalties. You can't execute with having a bunch of unwanted penalties like that. And then as players, like I said, leaders got to lead. You just got to have those players in there who want to win and tell all the other guys, let's get it together. Let's pull it together. Let's win. Let's do what it takes to win.
Yeah, absolutely. We are here at halftime. The Royse City leading 27-21. We are joined by Mr. Sam Mitchum, who is a Royse City legend, man. the running the ball like that, like you did last year, that was pretty special. Wouldn't you say, Jason? I mean, it was fun to watch last year.
Oh, it was entertaining. I mean, because every game is one of those that you didn't really know what was going to happen. You just knew that it was going to be ground and pound and enjoy the Sam show.
Yeah, no, 100%.
See, but I was fortunate. I got to see this ever since this kid was in Pee Wee football. So I got to see him transition from Pee Wee to junior high to high school, and now I'm excited to catch a glimpse of you playing college ball. Man, when I saw you out here, I was like, okay, this is an opportunity we definitely got to take advantage of. We were just talking about you pregame, and I'm like, we got to get Sam.
I took a selfie with the man. I'm not scared about it, and I like taking selfies, and took one with him. I posted, of course, to try and get some people on because they don't want to see us.
No.
They want to see Sam Mitchum. The Bulldogs leading 27-21 as the crowd is, it's a little. There's a lot of people here for game one. It's a great crowd on youth night. The Bulldogs leading 27-21. The halftime performances are going. Let me catch you up really quickly on some scores. Heath was leading Euless Trinity at halftime, 17-10. Rockwall leading 24-14 at the half over Jesuit. Horn leading Arlington Bowie 10-0, and I believe Mesquite was up 7-0 over North Mesquite. So the district right now, everybody is looking like they're going to get one in the win column. A lot can happen in the second half. Don, what would you besides the penalties? Oliver was pretty efficient. I mean, he was 5 of 7. I mean, and he didn't really make any mistakes. The balls that went over his head, the miscommunication on some of those snaps, they got to clean that. That's easy stuff.
Yeah, for sure. That's easy to fix. I mean, Harrison's he's a dang good center, and he'll get in there in halftime. He'll get it figured out. We probably won't even see that in the second half again. I'm sure that they're talking that through, figuring out what was going on. And they just need to keep doing what they're doing without the penalties, because that's like y'all said, that's the only thing killing them right now is they'll get down the field and then get pushed back out of scoring position.
Yeah, you take the penalties out, and I know we're just playing hypothetical, but I mean they probably only got about 10 points on the board there, and this game is 27-10 at halftime versus what it is. It's a closer game than they wanted. They got off to a good start. I mean, they're putting up some points, right? I mean, and that's what we talked about. Yeah. And it looked like that it was going to kind of be the Bulldogs' night, and it was going to get easy. And then all of a sudden, here the Cougars just right back in this game.
And it's very similar to what they did last week against Grand Prairie. Is that they got a good lead, kind of pulled back the reins a little bit, let Grand Prairie catch up some. One of the things that I think that the Bulldogs' offense needs to do, though, is that they've got to spread the field out. And so with them already having 200 yards, or Bulldogs having over 200 yards rushing, it's going to be very simple for them to bring that safety down, start loading the box up to stop the run.
Yep.
That's where the offensive line has got to step up. They've got to allow time for Oliver to have time in the pocket in order for him to get the ball downfield, in order to spread that offense back out to play to your strength, which is going to be our run game, and lean on that offensive line.
Tyreek with 107 yards in that first half on 15 carries, and of course he went over 100 yards last week on about 17 carries for the game. And then you have Anderson. He had the big run, 74 yards total with a touchdown. That was really big. And then of course Oliver, he had 20 yards in the one touchdown to kind of end the scoring there for the Bulldogs. Sam, man, I'm glad you stopped by. I know you've got a lot of football ahead of you, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a good time in college.
I appreciate that. I hope the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, and hey, that's the most important thing, right? Have a good time and get an education. But obviously, you want to run the football and run somebody over. So I know you. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Final thoughts on this second half. Just you expect to see. I do expect to see a little bit more passing, and maybe getting into Williams' hands and letting the playmakers make some big plays, and then on defensive side, Weaver just kind of making sure that he gets everybody on the right frame of mind so that they can close this game out.
And that's going to be the key part. Is just spread that ball out. I like what Sam said. Let the leaders lead. Let the playmakers step up and make plays.
Yeah, 100%. All right, that was fast and furious, but we're going to bow out so that we can let people, if you're watching this or if people are staring over at us. But there's a halftime show going on. We want to give some respect to those students that work very hard. That's not easy what they do out there.
No.
Yeah. It's every day.
I think they practice longer than the football team.
Yeah,
does.
they very well might.
It's a beautiful night. The weather has turned out to be really pleasant out here. But the Bulldogs leading 27-21 at the half. We will see what happens in the second half. We'll have some hopefully some post-game interviews to post later on. But we appreciate all the support. We appreciate Rockwall Ford for sponsoring this segment. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I look forward to coming out here to Bulldog Stadium and doing this little pregame and halftime show. Don, thanks for joining us for the first time. I hope you enjoyed it. Jason, thanks again for coming on and supporting. And once again, Sam, do your thing, man. Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all have a good night. Bulldogs coming out second half in about 15 minutes. We'll see you.